So here we are today. I've been wondering a lot about dog food, cheap dog food at the stores, or even the more premium, expensive ones. I've heard a lot of things that still, I mean, they don't have that great of stuff that benefits your dog that we all love. You know, I mean, we all love our pets and stuff, and we want them to eat the absolute best things that we can. So I'm here today with Total Performance Canine, and they're gonna give us a little rundown on what they feed their dogs, and why it's so beneficial to them, and how they perform well, and why maybe go this route instead of going through dog food through Petco, or Walmart, or wherever you guys buy your stuff at. So
any local chain store.
I'm gonna let them take it away right here. So why do you feed your dogs chicken?
Number one, because chicken is protein and fat with the skin on, and dogs' fuel sources are fat and meat naturally in the wild.
Okay.
I feed a little bit of rice, which is carbohydrate, but mainly the rice is to keep. Rice is basically water, so it's to keep moisture. Keep your dog wetter.
Okay.
Through the winter time. I feed soft-boiled eggs, jack mackerel, and some lard.
Okay. But those have bones in them. I mean, I thought bones are bad for dogs.
Well,
like, they choke on them and all that kind of stuff.
Well, only uncooked bones are. Only cooked bones are bad for them. These ones are still pliable. They're still hard. They're more of the dog can crush these up real easy with their teeth. I've been feeding chicken to my dogs for about 15 years now, and I've never had an incident with any bones or nothing.
Okay.
And not only that, but a dog has stronger stomach acids than a person does, which will break down the bones and everything within their stomach.
Oh, okay.
Over a shorter period of time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you think about it. When a coyote or a wolf makes a kill, they eat pretty much everything besides the large, big bones. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So, and then the lard's in there just for an extra fat fuel source. I only feed rice in the wintertime, and mostly it's just chicken. I have mackerel in there underneath these chicken quarters.
You have fish in there?
Yep.
Why do you put fish in there for the dogs?
I just put that in there for omega-3, just the omega vitamins and nutrients out of it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to feed another pill, and make sure that there's shine on their coat. And any dog that has skin problems, usually the fish will clear it up.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. The vet always gives us high-priced, antibiotics and all that kind of stuff, and you pay an arm and a leg for that.
Right. Exactly.
So why don't you feed your dogs dog food? Why do you feed them like this?
Just because it's more of a natural way to eat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the way dogs are supposed to eat. They're supposed to eat meat. They're a meat eater.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You go. This is I'm trying to think. This is like a Walmart brand dog food here. These are dried out little pellets that are they're crunchy. You know what I mean? But you can get around this. People are gonna ask, won't the dog's teeth get built up over time? Yes, they will if you do feed a raw diet. But you just go and get some bones for them to chew on, stuff like that. And their teeth take care of themselves. Plus, their breath smells a lot better, believe it or not, when they eat raw.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much was it for the bag of dog food?
I'm thinking the bag of dog food was $25.
$25.
Yep.
And how long can you feed one dog off of that bag, according to what they tell you to give them every single serving?
Depends on the weight ratios, but you can probably get a month out of a normal sized dog. You know what I mean? Out of a bag of dog food, but then again, you're just putting toxins into your dog. This is the equivalent of eating really low grade fast food.
Really?
And this is the
like McDonald's, Taco Bell,
right? This is
Burger King, all that kind of stuff.
This is the equivalent of eating, filet mignon and
right?
Eggs and stuff that, if we're gonna do it like on a people scale level,
right? Okay.
You know what I mean? Your dog's gonna be healthier eating this than it is this. I mean, all the nutrients are cooked out of these little cubelets. I mean, in no way does that look like it has chicken in it. I mean, does that look like it has chicken in it to you?
No, it doesn't.
No, this is what chicken looks like to me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, side by side comparison.
Okay, let me ask you another question. How much does it cost to feed a dog like this? I mean, because that right there is a meal. I mean, there's chicken, you got eggs, you got a little bit of protein powder in there, a little bit of lard and some rice, and some fish. I mean, you put that in the oven right now, or cook it, I'll eat that food.
Right.
People wonder why dogs are always begging at the table.
Right, exactly. I mean...
Because you're eating great food and you're giving them fast food.
Right, exactly.
Basically.
You're giving them garbage, and most dogs know that you're giving them garbage. You know what I mean?
So back to my original question: how much does it cost to feed a dog like that? Just the natural way. I mean, from what I understand, you're not trying to push any product on me right now. It's just you're trying to tell me the right way to feed your dog.
Right. And I don't really have any product to push here. I mean, the rice, I buy it at bulk from a bulk store. You can buy them at Costco. It's
Walmart, Meijer's, anywhere like that.
Well, you can get your rice depending. I mean, if you're feeding just one dog, yeah, you can get rice from Walmart. It'll probably be more manageable for you. I buy my rice in 50-pound bags. You know what I mean? Because I'm feeding bulk dogs, and it's about $18 to $20 for a 15-pound bag. You know what I mean? But that bag will last me 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Sometimes 2.5 months. Chicken quarters, you can catch them on sale. Sometimes at regular grocery stores, they're about $5 a bag for a 10-pound bag. The eggs, you can get it wherever you can get eggs, wherever you can get it cheapest. You can go out to a country guy who's selling them for $1.50. You know what I mean? Versus, $2, $2.50 for a dozen at the store. You know what I mean? I mean, there's ways around it to make it more economical for your price. But I mean, overall, I mean, you're feeding for pennies on the dollar still compared to the cheapest dog food you can buy.
Okay. All right. And I mean, you just buy this stuff when you're regularly grocery shopping for the family, right?
Exactly. If I know I need rice, I'll go buy and grab some. The chicken quarters I'm feeding right now, 40 pounds for $11.
40 pounds. Seriously.
Pounds. Yep.
And that'll feed. Let's just say you have one dog, maybe. You have a nice dog at home. Is maybe 20, 30 pounds. It's not really a big dog. Right. I mean, that'll feed them for quite a while.
Yeah. And see, this meal is for an outside dog. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Dogs that are inside, you can feed them half the ratio.
Why half?
Because they're inside. They're not, they don't need the extra fuel, the extra...
to keep their body heat.
Right,
all
keep
that
their
kind
body
of stuff,
heat.
right?
You know what I mean? So you could do half a chicken quarter.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For a 30-pound dog. 30 to 40-pound dog for inside, you know what I mean? Maybe a half cup of rice, two soft-boiled eggs, a little bit of mackerel, and some lard. And they'll do just fine. And they'll maintain a healthy body weight.
Okay. I noticed you got two different size bowls here. I mean, is one for a huge dog and one for a little dog? Or
yeah, this is a 50-pound feed for an outside dog, and this is for a Fell Terrier that's, she's about 15 pounds.
Oh, okay. Well, see, now I noticed mostly a lot of people have smaller dogs. I mean, there's some people who have big dogs who could obviously eat this, but for your main Joe Schmo person at home who lives in the city or something like that, I mean, what's in this bowl right here?
I got chicken, but I just got it cubed up. I have mackerel. I have a little bit of hot dog in there. I just threw that in there for a little bit of a filler because I didn't put rice in her bowl. And then I have my lard source and just extra nutrients in the powder there.
Okay.
And then, but I mean, you could cut a line down the half of this and then feed. You know what I mean? I mean, if you feed your dog twice a day, this could be two
servings, two meals,
servings.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
For a 15 to 20-pound dog.
That still looks like a good meal. I mean, I'd choose to put mine on the grill, but
right.
But so eating raw doesn't hurt the dog. It doesn't make them sick or nothing like that, or.
No, I mean most dogs that I've been in contact with would they prefer to eat raw versus dry dog food. I mean, I got a test for everybody in the summertime.
Yeah.
Take a cup of dog food out
Okay.
away from the house. Put it
Uh-huh.
down. Just throw it down in the yard.
Okay.
See how long it actually, and then take some chicken,
Yeah.
and then throw that down in the yard,
Uh-huh.
and see which one the bugs prefer to eat versus the other, and then just see how long it takes for it to break down back into nature.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
mean,
Well, I mean, my guess would be the chicken comes from, right, a chicken.
Right.
And it's an animal and it roams the earth. So, I mean, those degrade rather fastly. I mean, rather you just have the bone laying in your yard after a few weeks. Of course, your dog would then go out and pick it up anyway and start eating it.
right, exactly. Versus the dog food, it may be out there. I've never actually ran the test, but I've seen the test ran on a video by friends of mine, and the dog food, hands down, is the last thing to biodegrade back into the earth.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, yeah, I would take that little extra money I have. I mean, if I love my dog, I'd like to buy him some natural stuff like this. And I mean,
It's not
it's
even-
just so unconventional. I mean, people, you feed dogs dog food. That's what we buy
Right.
from the store.
And the thing is they started a line of raw, like at your local dog chain stores,
Uh-huh.
where you can buy dog food and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it's still way overpriced.
Way overpriced.
Way overpriced. You
So
know
we
what
could
I
just
mean?
go to Walmart and get this for half the price, quarter of
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah. I mean, it's, they have a raw section, but, for 5 pounds, you may be paying $30.
I
I'm
I
getting
think I've
10
seen
I'm
some of
getting
them.
10
I mean, and it costs more than any other dog food there.
Right, exactly. It's just a markup. It's a way to get extra money out of the consumer. The people that have pets. And if you're looking into cutting, feeding quality nutrition for a fair price, this is the best way.
Right. I mean, and do your dogs live longer on a nice raw natural diet versus dog food, or I mean, does it have any real benefit, or is it just nicer for the dog? Or?
I mean, on average, you can get on a 50 to 60 pound dog. You're looking at the total life expectancy of what they should live. My dogs have never been to the vet other than to get rabies shots.
Okay.
I don't have any problems with weight. I don't have any problems with, diabetes. Dogs are getting diabetic now.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what
It's
I mean?
like my cat was diabetic.
I mean, they're blowing up. I mean, and that's all due to the process of the dog food. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean,
Okay.
dogs don't need carbohydrates.
Okay. Well, thank you for this interview. I mean, as you know, it's been really informative. I have to maybe check back with you here this spring or the summer and see what type of feed. Maybe we'll make a video on, what summer keep is. I mean,
Right.
what
Summer feed is always different than winter.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll go do that. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you got a jam-packed, busy schedule, but we appreciate it. So thank you much.
Yep.